is recognizing the law of large numbers, and that's right now certainly the Texas-Mexico border.
And that's why officials, Neil, tell me they need infrastructure. They say they need three things: technology, manpower, and infrastructure. And that would be a wall. You can see, as we've shown, the wall completely unfinished. Here it's a mess in Del Rio. You have old wall built in 2014 under President Obama. New wall they tried to build under President Trump that was halted literally at noon on Inauguration Day when President Biden issued that executive order to stop construction. And that's why you've got so many migrants streaming across the river right behind me in droves all day long. That smuggler, by the way, that we talked to, I confronted him right here in the middle of...
There's your Biden doing a great fucking job, Jim. Make sure to leave all your doors and windows open at your house so you can do the same.
He makes $100 to $200 a day. And, you know, we talked with the Border Patrol chief here in this sector, Austin Scarrow, about just how profitable this is for the cartels. You'll be stunned by how much...
You feel stupid for voting for Biden yet?
So we estimate that the cartels are making about $25 million a week right now, just moving people through the Del Rio sector. So they charge by demographic, by nationality. So everyone has to pay a different fee, but everybody has to pay.
And what's stunning, Neil, just a final thought for you, is that doesn't even include the narcotics. I saw yesterday CBP putting out some numbers saying that in just the month of May alone, they seized more than 60,000 pounds of drugs, with cocaine and fentanyl already exceeding the totals they had last year. And there's 4 months to go in this fiscal year.
Wow.
You know what's been so amazing in your reporting, Griffin, it just struck me, maybe not a surprise to you, is how brazen all of this is. In broad daylight, in front of your camera, in front of you, talking to you, not afraid of any repercussions. This, I don't know, you're there, it seems out of control.
Great point, Neil. And literally, just to tell you how brazen they are, about 40 minutes ago, right where I'm standing, DPS agents arrested 2 Mexican nationals. Not coming across, they were going back across the border. They said their mother, quote, had a hernia. That's why they wanted to go back. So they don't even respect the fact that there is a border, the fact that they would go back. Now, one might suggest it could be coyotes that brought people over and we're going back, because that would be a possibly likelihood. Or maybe they're living here illegally and really do need to go back to see their mother. Either way, the point is clear that this border and the border officials, the brazenness is just at an unprecedented level. The fact that you would have Mexican nationals simply going back. Neil?
You know, Griff, I'm curious. I mean, the governor wants to build a wall. But that becomes a federal issue as well. I cannot believe that the Biden administration wouldn't fight that just on federal grounds here. But what kind of reaction is that getting where you are?
Well, reaction-wise, every official and resident I've talked to here, to include sheriffs and judges, they're all ecstatic to hear.
Anybody with half a brain, Jim, wants a fucking wall.
They know walls work. It's not a new thing that started a few years ago. For decades, they've used walls to try and control flows, to put it in certain areas. That way, it's not so wide open for 2,000 miles. But in terms of whether it will happen, that's very unclear. I spoke yesterday, Neil, to a Texas eminent domain